Yeah, there we go. Transition. We back. Listeners, welcome back to another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. I'm your host, Jerome Williams. I got my good friend Kendall Washington in the building. How you feeling this week, brother? Never mind. I have my good friend Sydney Blaze in the building. How you feeling this week, brother?
You're good. I'm good. What's happening?
What's happening? And I also have my friend Kendall Washington in the building. How you feeling this week, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? Still celebrating my birthday all week.
Yeah.
So that's been going down.
That's hilarious.
Let the celebration continue.
Yeah.
And go Bucks. Bucks lost last night though to the very hot Memphis Grizzlies. But welcome back, Brooklyn.
No, they got their ass whooped by the Grizzlies. They ain't just little. They got their ass beat.
Okay, hold on a second.
They did.
Hey, that was a test run. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, I'm back. All right, so listeners, welcome back to another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. I got my good friend Kendall Watson in the building. How you feeling, Kendall?
Feeling great. Happy birthday to me. I'm celebrating all week. And go Bucks, even though you got destroyed last night by the Memphis Grizzlies. Very hot Memphis Grizzlies without Ja Morant. So screw Memphis and go Bucks.
What if I told you that was also a test run?
Hey, yo.
Hey, just push it back 10 minutes, bro.
Hey, he fired, dog. You fired, dog.
No. We live, dog. I just wasn't recording the audio, so I keep redoing the intro.
That's funny as hell.
I was looking at the mix like, oh shit, this is not recording.
Hey, man, I vote for Trey to be in charge.
No, Trey ain't in charge of nothing. Y'all, he the reason why I wasn't even recording because he was 5 minutes late. But anyway, anyway, Montre, how are you doing this week, sir? Listeners, I have my good
blessed,
friend.
Just blessed, man. Just happy to be back on, man. Jerome, he be kicking me off, y'all. So it's just a blessing that I'm here today to share my thoughts.
Ain't it a blessing? T Grizzly voice.
We want Trey, man.
We don't want Trey.
Yeah.
Also, and then also have my good friend Sydney Blaze in the building. How are you doing, Sydney?
You're good, bro.
we good. And Kendall said he's great. His birthday weekend is
man,
still
happy
being
birthday,
celebrated.
Kendall.
That's what I'm saying.
Great.
Happy birthday, brother.
Salute.
And, it was Monday, but I fell on a Monday, and I was able to celebrate from Sunday to Sunday today. And I'll be celebrating some more after this podcast.
All right, bro. Listen here. Y'all been celebrating Kendall's birthday all month, and ain't nobody tell me happy birthday. My birthday was last month. I'm gonna need that same energy next February.
Told you happy birthday.
Nigga, y'all been talking about happy birthday to Kendall for the last 2 months. Dog. Hey, listen, dog, we not doing this. Hey, dog, I need some of that same love next year, dog. Y'all need
a week.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just joking, y'all. Listeners, as y'all can see, what we're gonna talk about this week is oh, you know what? For the first time listeners, the last time listeners, repeat listeners, and everybody, just so y'all know what we're talking about here on this podcast. This podcast the intent is to uplift voices of the Black and marginalized community. So y'all know what y'all here for. Like I said, y'all can hear us talk about tough conversations on a public platform. Today we're gonna talk about the Hip Hop versus the Grammy. We're not sure if y'all heard about this controversy, so I'm gonna leave that up on the screen. I'm not gonna be transitioning titles like I normally do. We got a few things we're gonna talk about beforehand, but definitely want to get into that because this has been a hot topic, a hot button issue all week. Actually, something that's been going on for a while, so we're gonna do a deep dive on this today. Just want to get that out there. But Blades, you had our first topic, so I will let you introduce this to our listeners and get the audience warmed up, fam.
Oh, about the Grammys or the skin whitening?
The skin whitening, cuz. That's what I said. I said you got the first topic.
I'm like Trey today, man. I ain't on top of it.
Oh, you ain't prepared today? How you gonna listen, see, this is what I have to deal with every week. When
wait, hold on.
Was that yours? What's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you cover it, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, there was a CNN report that came out. It's well, I'll read off the title. Give me 1 second to pull that up real fast. And exclusive: skin whitening creams containing high levels of mercury continue to be sold on the world's biggest e-commerce sites. New report finds. And so CNN is actually in collaboration with a group called the Zero Mercury Working Group, or ZMWG. and it's a part of their White Lies series. And CNN has been investigating skin whitening practices worldwide to expose the underlying drivers of colorism, the industry that profits from it, and then the cost to the individuals and the communities. So the skin whitening products contain, like I said, high levels of mercury, and they continue to be sold in e-commerce sites such as eBay, Amazon, so forth and so on. The investigative report, they started it, I think, over a year ago, but they purchased and tested the Zero Mercury Working Group. They purchased and tested over 270 skin lightening products from more than 40 e-commerce sites in 17 countries across Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas, both North and South. Of these, 129 products in these countries were found to have high levels of mercury and were being sold for more than 30 different websites. 47% of the skin whitening products tested by the Zero Mercury Group contained the higher permitted levels of mercury. So it's not so much of an issue of putting mercury in the skin lightening creams, because that's basically what blocks the coloring for of your melanin. Melanin is what gives you your pigment, and mercury kind of blocks that. So it wasn't so much the issue of having mercury in it, it was the amount of mercury they had in the products. So many of them containing over 10,000 ppms of mercury, and some over 50,000 ppms, according to the report. CNN did not independently test the products named in the report. It was just all by the group itself. So they took this information from them. The skin whitening industry is estimated at about 8 billion worldwide right now, and it's predicted to reach 11.8 billion by 2026. So, and the studies also account that more than 80% of the sales worldwide are from women, and 20% in men. So it's definitely more of an issue from a standpoint of women than it is men. But, we have seen it. Sammy Sosa is a prime example.
Hey, Sammy Sosa out of control.
he loved to be pretended as if.
Hey, whenever Sammy was taking half 4 times the amount of whatever that shit is.
1,000 times.
he was out there looking like pure powder.
Yes, he was, though. Sammy Sosa turned
him now. Black is his hair.
No, Sammy Sosa is a live meme, bro. That nigga's a living meme.
Hey, bro, dude turned into a whole. He turned into a whole albino. Shout out to AP.
Hey, these bitches want to be light skinned bad, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, bro, that's fun.
Shout out to my albino brothers and sisters. Absolutely, Ahar, what up? Yeah. But yeah, mercury blocks, like I said, the production of melanin. So that's really the issue that's going on, is the amount that they're putting in there. So, and their ZMWG and CNN are pretty much trying to call out these businesses that are causing, these companies that are putting so much of this mercury in their products, and they're trying to bring a little bit more emphasis around it. And also, like I said, around self-love in a way, showcasing what these products do to them, so that they can try to avoid people from basically getting on them. So, and I just wanted to bring light to it, because again, it just kind of goes in lieu of what you're talking about with, bringing information to our people in different ways. We like to cover different things such as this, because it also encompasses what we talk about with, really actually caring about yourself and making sure that, whatever you want to do to your skin is up to you. But don't do it for the name of trying to lighten your skin or trying to fit in a way, because like I said, it's all across the world. So it's not just like Black people, it's Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Mm-hmm. But it just goes in line with, be proud of who you are. Don't just say it, be it, and learn your history, learn who you are, learn where you come from, so that you don't have those feelings of insecurity and essentially lightening your skin for the masses. So
yeah, straight up.
These bitches want to be light skinned bad.
It ain't just yeah.
It was one point that you didn't hit. One that we really need to let them know. You look like a goddamn fool when you do it.
Yeah.
You do not. You are not. We know what you're going for.
Hey, them facts.
Listen, we know what you're going for, but that is not how it's looking, man. You look horrible.
And then on top of that, not only do you
your pigment money.
Yeah, and on top of that, not only do you look foolish, we're gonna talk about some of the health the health ramifications of having too much mercury, because mercury affects your liver, your kidney, your central nervous system. It can produce tremors. It can impair your vision. It can cause paralysis, insomnia, and emotional instability. So not only is it not only are you, like said, you promoting anti-blackness by doing it, you also you can cause serious harm to your health as well. So
hey, I ain't gonna front, man. Any motherfucker that's willing to slather that shit all over their skin don't give a fuck about all that.
You might be right, but I mean, like I said, it's just
no doubt. But that's the whole point. Is like some people just don't know. They just think this, because these products are being sold. You know how that goes. I mean, you got companies that sell food and products that have crap in it, and they, as long as it's not being said or it's not being told on a larger scale, they'll continue to sell that shit. Like, for example, Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate is like literally illegal, but they still sell it, because it's very harmful to your health. So to your point though, Blake, some don't care, some do know. But I think I would say, I'm not gonna say all or a lot. I'm not generalizing, but I'm sure there's quite a few people that don't even know what this stuff does to them. So.
Right.
So shout out like Blake. That was not it. I'm going off on a tangent, but I was about to talk about that lady that sniffs baby powder.
No, you can talk about it, bro. Talk about the lady that sniffed the baby powder. You can go on the tangent.
Hey, you got to tell me about this.
On tangent. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
While we on this topic of health and negative ramifications, I'm gonna transition on over here to male birth control. Like I said, it's been a trending topic all week. We've been talking about these male birth control pills that they've been testing in mice, and it has a 99% I guess efficacy rate for preventing mice from getting pregnant, I guess, or whatever. But I mean, I ain't no fucking scientist, so y'all gotta excuse me. But yeah, so they want to start doing human trials. I'm here to ask my brothers, how do y'all feel about the male birth control? Especially, go ahead.
Hey, if it's gonna cut down on my Plan B and Planned Parenthood bills, I'm all for it.
I'm done.
Blaze, ain't you anti-vax?
Yeah. I'm not gonna really take it. I'm gonna just tell him I take it. I'm gonna say, baby, we good. I'm on the pill. Ain't no bullshit. We good. Don't even worry about that. I'm on the pill. That's what they do.
Leave it to Blaze to present some levity.
Men are reclaiming their bullshit.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say a few years too late, dog, for me, because I only have sex with one woman, so I'm more worried about, I already got a big ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit might have me super thick over here, looking like a bad bitch.
Hey, they said the side effects are minimal, man. They ain't.
No, fuck that, dog. I need to know. Be down here taking that motherfucker, walking in here.
The views and opinions addressed on this podcast are not a reflection of Unlabeled or.
Hey man, hey look,
I'll be big as hell, bro. Walking in here, look like I got a BBL and shit.
I'm telling you, man,
I'm good.
Them tabs be getting out of control, man. This should help a lot.
Hey, listen.
Shout out to BG, man.
Hey, listen.
I'm done.
Hey, if niggas start getting thick off the male birth control pill, dog, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Just a bunch of strapped ass niggas walking around the street.
I'm not gonna be the guinea pig, dog. I refuse to be the guinea pig, bro.
Hey.
I ain't gonna trip out. But
be
in here walking around here with hips and shit.
I told you, I'm gonna just tell him I take it. I ain't really gonna take it.
Yeah, but regardless, all bullshit aside, though, it just kind of harkens back to eugenics to me and sterilization. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because we know who are gonna be the ones that's running.
They want you to have kids.
What's that?
Yeah. So they don't, the thought of them not wanting you to have children or to reproduce.
Right. Facts.
Right.
Because like I said, if y'all not familiar with eugenics, definitely look it up. Kendall can inform y'all a little bit more on that as well, but
Margaret Sanger,
thank you, brother.
The mother of essentially Planned Parenthood,
right?
And she's some very interesting things about birth control and eugenics and how the blacks, so forth and so on. But definitely do your research on her, or we can talk about her at a later episode. But yeah, she's definitely the mother.
Yeah. So like I said, to me, it harkens back to that. So y'all just be careful, man. Just go get it, man. If y'all really pressed about it, just go get a vasectomy. Because it's wild out here, bro. I'm not trying to
take your time. Take your time on the birth control, fellas. Take your time.
Yeah, and they talking about this minimum side effects. We've seen the side effects on birth control with women throughout the years. So I'm 100% sure it's going to be some side effects when it comes to men as well. And and women, get off the pill. Just have them wrap it up.
Now, I will say if it's less detrimental to men than it is women, then I would consider it. Not like me personally.
Right. I get what you're saying.
You know?
No, it did say in the article that the side effects were minimal.
Yeah. So if it's
mice, you know, they just now about to start human trials.
Testing.
So,
right. Mm-hmm. So I like that's kind of where I think the benefit of it goes, because I mean, you all have been in relationships, I'm sure, with women that have taken birth control, you know, from the pills to the shots to the other ones that I don't know about, but
the patch that doesn't work.
Patch, you know, and other things that you hear about, stuff that, you know, they experience as a result of taking this stuff, or how long they've been on it, and some of the things that happen to their bodies, you know. So I think that if it's something that's not long term the same way it is or the triggers don't affect the men the same way, you know, obviously our reproductive organs are much different, but I just feel like that's the benefit of it, if there is anything to look into something like this. But to Jerome's point, I kind of am in line with that as well, with you know, a new way of preventing procreation.
Facts. But in other news, we'll move on from that. I think y'all pretty much got all y'all thoughts out about that. But can we talk about Florida man, Montre? I'm gonna pass the mic to you. Are you prepared?
Man. Pass the mic. You said what? Or are you what?
Florida man. I said, are you prepared? So I just wanted to make sure you was good.
Are you prepared? So like, do we have to say that? Because we can turn this into a real session. We can turn this entire podcast into a real
I don't know.
session.
That seemed like a shot to me, Trey.
The nigga,
it seemed like a shot. Didn't it seem like a shot?
He literally said, my laptop ain't updated. It needed charge. That's what you just said before the podcast. So that was the only reason I asked, were you prepared? That was 15 minutes ago. I don't know what you've been doing over there behind the scenes. Anyway, listeners, y'all about to
do my job.
Hey, listeners, y'all about to hear a full on custard rib session in about 5 seconds. This nigga better read this article.
Ooh, hold on. Are we past our algorithm?
Yeah, I don't know. We 22 minutes. We 22 minutes in. So
past our algorithm.
Yeah. Fuck them algorithms, dog. Go ahead.
Get your ass real.
Go ahead, though, bro. You got this.
Hey, but so a group of men have been arrested for using homemade gadgets to hack fuel pumps to pay just pennies per gallon in Florida. You know what? We're not even gonna go into detail about this, dude. First off, we need to make a GoFundMe page for them, dog. We need to get them out. I understand and I feel them 100%. Okay, listen. Dog.
They was getting back. Was they selling the gas? What was they doing with it?
Dude, listen. I don't even think they got they didn't even get to that point of the plan to sell the gas. So they got caught like on the highway. Yeah, they had like 300 gallons, bro. They was playing pennies pennies per gallon.
Hey, that's kind of genius.
I wish we could post pictures of these two. These dudes look crazy.
Yeah, they look crazy.
Listen, Hey, listen.
They was going to trade them 300 gallons for $300 in meth.
Hey, listen, first off, they look like they are fed up with life.
Oh, absolutely.
And then how dare y'all raise this gas?
They was fed up.
My wife and kids.
They was fed up.
Yeah, no, we gotta find a way to post, bro. We gotta find a way to post their pictures.
Listen, they look like they look. They don't even look mad that they arrested. They look like they are fed.
Let me see if I can find the article right quick, and then I can do a screen share.
Can y'all see that?
Look.
Oh shit!
Blaze, keep talking so they can see it. Show them again, Blaze. Show them again.
Oh, my fault. Hold on. Here you go. Y'all see that?
Yeah. look like this. Those green jumpers. Was that around St. Patty's Day?
Nah, this they I don't know, prison photo, jail.
It was a little St. Patty's like.
This is hysterical, dog. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but they weren't playing no games. Get that gas by any means necessary, apparently.
Hey man, Florida. Dog, why do all these crazy stories happen in Florida?
Dog.
Hey man, Florida.
I was looking for topics, and it was like at least 10 Florida ones just came in a row.
Florida out of control.
I don't even know what the next topic is, dog. Cause I'm sitting over here worried about Florida, man. Oh, so, y'all, for everybody who tuned in last week for our episode with the Spiritual Sisters, our brother Kendall asked a very poignant question to the Sisters, and they didn't seem to take kindly to it. So Trey,
y'all don't be listening.
Y'all don't be listening, bro. Like, listen, y'all. We know that y'all don't be passing gas and going number 2 in front of your man. So, Trey, if you would like to introduce the next topic, because I believe you brought this one to the docket as well, sir.
So he has personal feelings.
Woman hospitalized after holding in her farts in front of her boyfriend.
Yo.
And this is real news, not fake news, Trump. So listen.
This is real news.
Listen. The 27-year-old Brazilian singer Polka was recently hospitalized because of severe stomach pains. Real quick, she woke up at 5:30 a.m. with extreme stomach pains and rushed to the hospital. The medical staff did some tests, and the diagnosis: trapped farts.
For y'all didn't hear that, that's trapped farts. She wouldn't fart in front of her boyfriend. Trey is having a heart attack right now. Y'all can't see it, so I'm gonna talk about
that takes some real commitment, man. She was serious about that shit.
He was holding those farts in.
As soon as I read it, I looked at my girl and said, "That's some shit that could happen to us, because you better not fart in front of me."
See, you are Trey. You are part and parcel of the problem.
This article hit home. This article hit home.
Do you care to share your fighting scenario with the listening audience?
Okay, so this is the thing. Like, all these people that be like, it's just natural and all of that. I understand that, right? So, like, do I just sit down and shit right in front of you, like right on the floor? Like, do I, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not the same thing.
That's not a false. The same.
It's a false.
It smells like shit.
No, it's a false equivalent, bro. That's not the same. But go ahead.
It smells like shit. It smells like shit, fam. So, like, I don't want to be in the bathroom while you're taking the shit. I don't want to smell anybody's shit. So, like, when you fart, it smells like shit.
They say that's how you know when you're comfortable with your mate, man. We all could do shit like that in front of each other.
No. Guess what? Me and my woman could do it in front of each other. We just don't. We're not going to do it. Oh, God. Straight up. That's where this is cut off.
This is the stigma, though, ladies. Do not hold the farts in to the point of hospitalization.
Hey, man.
Room and get your fart on.
Hey, I'm saying she could dip off for a second and let that motherfucker out.
You know what he should do when she
that wasn't fart she was holding. She was holding.
Listen,
she was holding several farts.
The bitch was holding a week worth of farts.
It said trap, bro. It said trap fart.
Trap fart.
This is
you got trap
Guess
fart.
what though, ladies? This is why you hold in your trap farts. I'm gonna tell you, because I guarantee when she gets out, he gonna put a ring on that finger, dog. That's real love. That's real love. That's real love.
Ladies,
hey, yo, Trey,
don't listen to this ignorance. Just get up and relieve. Hold on, second Blaze. Ladies, don't listen to this ignorance. Just get up and relieve yourself. That's all you got to do.
In the bathroom.
Hey, y'all gonna get ribbed either way. You gonna get ribbed for farting, and you definitely gonna get ribbed for going to the hospital for not farting.
For trap farts, absolutely.
When you come home, you get ribbed.
I'm not saying hold them in. I don't want them to be trapped in the closet.
But wait, what's the procedure that took care of her? Like did they give her some beans or something? Like they just to get the farts going?
They had to suck the part out.
Hey, what's those? Hold on, what's those? No, listen, what's the little electric
fart?
Hey, what's the little electric things they do?
They shocked the part out.
But the stomach though, they shocked the stomach.
Clear.
Dog, I swear to God. Y'all, listen, y'all do not have to be this ignorant every day.
And they're like, that's a good one.
Listen, you know she cleared that room out when that fight came out. She had been holding that fight in for 6 months.
Hey, I know that part, Steak. She been holding that
She cleared that room out.
I really
start throwing up.
Always work for men.
Y'all must have really missed the podcast this week because y'all are on a whole new level of ignorance. I didn't think it'd get more ignorant.
When we get to talking about, you know how a man gonna act.
Yeah. Hey, listen. But I'm not saying hold it in and go die. I'm saying get up and go to the bathroom. You nasty motherfucker.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but when y'all was talking about that shit last week, I was thinking about it, man. A lot of chicks, I ain't never seen them shit or fart. Be like, damn, I was thinking about that shit like that.
See?
That's what.
Because
that's
they
why
understand that shit's disgusting.
But
and I might want to have sex with him later.
Oh my God, Trey, we get it. You don't like farts, so okay? God damn.
Well, I'm not gonna shit and fart in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I might want to get my thing aired out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going down there, and I'm over here pooting.
All right. Listen, all right, time to switch up the energy in the room, y'all.
Hey, yo, Trey. I'm through with Trey, though.
All right. You know, before we get into our last and final topic, because we're gonna do a deep dive on this, let me go ahead and switch up the energy right quick.
Drink, be clear.
Drink, be clear. Yes. Why y'all at it? Broke ass.
Hey, I need a promo code. I need a promo code, Trey. I need something.
I have to work on it.
Come on. Let me turn this music back down. But let me get into this.
Did Marky Mark win a Grammy for that? He should have.
He probably did, low key, because
Mario Cool J that year.
Yeah. But yeah, let me go ahead and if y'all not familiar, I titled this episode "Hip Hop versus the Grammys" because the hip hop, of course, the Grammys have barred Kanye West from performing at the Grammys in lieu of his online behavior. A lot of artists have came out to speak about this, Dame Dash being one. Dame Dash released a quote to TMZ the other day. This article was posted on the 23rd. He said, who are the Grammys to judge Kanye West? Let's make our own awards. This is why I've always loved Dame Dash train of thought, because he's always about doing it ourselves. It said, Dame Dash isn't here for the Grammys yanking Kanye West from his performance lineup, insisting the Recording Academy has no place to judge him or any other hip-hop artist. We caught up with the rap mogul on Tuesday in LAX, yada, yada, yada. Let me see what he said. The situation, he says, it's time to kick a whole award show to the curb, telling us we make our own Grammys. Rap-A-Lot president Jay Prince also had something to say about this as well. He released a slew of tweets basically admonishing the Grammys, saying how dare they basically like chime in on our culture, and it's time to create our own award show. So he's proposing that the biggest artists get together and actually have a performance during the Grammys to kind of counteract and see who gets the more views, you know what I mean? So he's talking about Drake, Kanye, the Migos, all these artists who've had issues with the Grammys over the years.
Who will win that battle?
Right, 100%.
Right.
And this isn't something that's happening in a vacuum. So I'm gonna go down this article right here. This is from Billboard. Billboard posted this article on 3/24. It said The Weeknd, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and more artists who have called out the Grammys. So we can start with the Weeknd. The Weeknd decided to boycott the Grammys moving forward following his highly controversial shutout in 2021's ceremony. The R&B singer was thought to be a strong contender in the big four categories, including Album of the Year for his LP After Hours. But it says it's been 4 consecutive weeks at number one.
I don't even think he was nominated.
No, he wasn't even nominated. He was completely shut out. And think about it. This was in 2021. I think he released that album in 2020. So yeah, because he released the album in 2020 in the height of the pandemic. So nobody was really releasing music like that. That was one of the biggest release. Like I said, it's been 4 weeks on consecutive weeks at number one. So like I said, it was a complete shutout. So we'll just talk about that. We'll just start there. Like, you know what I mean? And The Weeknd, we already know what type of work he puts in on this album. And I think if I'm not mistaken, what's the other award show? Because he cleaned up at that award show. I think it was the American Music Awards or one of those two. Don't quote me on that, y'all, because I might have my facts wrong on there. But he cleaned up at that award show. Now we can move on to Drake. Drake showed that that I don't want to. They do this thing where they say major crew love to the weekend. Like I hate when these articles write stuff like that. But anyway,
what the fuck does that mean?
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? It said Drake showed major crew love to the weekend following his surprising shutout of the Grammy in 2001. But the Six guy record showed that he doesn't believe in the award show, which was once the highest form of recognition. He remained relevant to the artists who are thought to be deserving of it. I think we should stop allowing ourselves to be shocked every year by the disconnect between the impactful music of these awards and just accept that what once was the highest form of recognition may no longer matter to artists that exist now and ones to come after. Quavo, the 4-time nominee, Quavo told TMZ ahead of 2022 Grammy Awards he didn't think that the award show mattered anymore. So I'm going to keep going down because I'm just going to go down to all the list of these hip-hop artists. Machine Gun Kelly. MGK wasn't hesitant to show the Recording Academy how he felt when he as well at the 2020 pop punk Billboard 200 #1 album with Travis Barker. It's called Tickets to My Downfall. Was left off the 2021 Grammy nomination list. It say on the morning of November 23rd when the nominees was revealed, the rock star tweeted, "What the fuck is wrong with the Grammys?" But days prior to the 49th annual American Music Award, which heralded itself as the world's largest fan-voted award show, MGK won Best Rock Album and celebrated by winning a fan-voted award. And then with the greater than thing, he hit that like 4 times. So y'all know how tweets go. Zayn, the former One Direction, fired off at the Recording Academy 5 days before the 2021 Grammys Awards, screaming "fuck the Grammys" in a tweet. He expressed his frustrations over the voting process, lack of transparency behind it, as well as lack of inclusion of different kinds of artists in a space that allows favoritism, racism, and networking politics to influence the voting process. But Zayn clarified that with a missive weren't personal or about his eligibility. I'm sorry. Yeah. But he says, "Fuck the Grammy." Everyone associated with it, unless you shake hands, send gifts. There's no nomination considered. Next year, I'll send a basket of confectionery. Lil Wayne, ahead of the 2001 Grammys, Weezy follows Zayn explicit footsteps by saying "fuck the Grammys," and he took the shutout very personal. In December, the 5-time Grammy Award-winning artist wondered on social media why he wasn't invited to the 2021 ceremony, and this was after he released The Funeral, which is a very dope album. Kanye West is one of the 15 living people with the most Grammy award wins. Kanye West has 21 Grammys, by the way, marked where he stands on the Grammys that he pissed on his grave. And I don't know if y'all remember that a couple years ago in 2021, 2007 when he pissed on it was 2020 where he pissed on the Grammy. Frank Ocean. And I'm going down this list intentionally because I want y'all to hear all these artists. It's not like I said, this is not a vacuum. This is not a one incident thing. Frank Ocean set out of the 2017 Grammy Awards and decided not to submit his highly acclaimed 2016 LP to the Billboard 200's #1 Blonde, nor his visual album Endless for consideration as his Colin Kaepernick moment. The institution certainly has nostalgic importance. It just doesn't seem to be representing very well for the people who come from where I come from. I hold down what I hold down. The 2-time Grammy Award winner told the New York Times, noting the show's failure to properly award black artists. I think the infrastructure of the award system and the nomination system and screening system is dated. Let me see. Jay-Z. It came to a surprise at the 2021 Grammys when Hov and B pulled up. The former casually winning his 23rd award, while the later made her story that's because Jay-Z boycotting date back to 1999 when the committee failed to acknowledge DMX for his torrid run in 1998. Listen to these numbers that DMX put up, which included 2 #1 albums on the Billboard 200 with his Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. DMX had an incredible album. He didn't get a nomination. I was like, nah, that's crazy. Jay-Z explained in the 2002 interview with MTV. So y'all can see, like, it doesn't matter what the acclaim, what the amount of award, the Grammy still continue to shut people out. Chuck D, the Public Enemy founding member, blasted the Recording Academy while backing former Recording Academy president CEO Deborah Dugan after she was placed on administrative leave 10 days before the 2020 award show, where Public Enemy received a Lifetime Achievement Award. As always, a bunch of ignorant, testosterone-fueled, usually old white men stopped progress and screwed it up. Same old bullshit, he wrote in his statement, suggesting Dugan was punished for attempting to bring change to the organization that wanted to keep the status quo and make sure that hip-hop stayed the poster child for their fuckery. Nicki Minaj. The 2020 Grammy Awards nominations were announced. Nicki Minaj took the Recording Academy to task for not recognizing her impact. Never forget the Grammys didn't give me my Best New Artist award when I had 7 songs simultaneously charting on the Billboard and bigger first week than any female artist in the last decade. So, like I said, it goes down there where she blasts them. We can go down to where Justin Bieber wrote a short letter to the Recording Academy and following the 2021, when they actually put his art album in the pop slot instead of the R&B slot, and he said specifically that this album was an R&B album. You can listen to the trap, the songs, the arrangement, everything. Tiana Taylor, another one who was pissed off about not being nominated. Let me go down. Halsey. It said, despite manic spawning Billboard Hot 100 topping singles Without Me, Halsey spoke out about her 2021 Grammy snub on her Instagram story like Zayn. She wished that fewer handshakes and more transparency process behind these nominations. 50 Cent, the Grammy-nominated rapper, sought out justice for his late Pop Smoke's posthumous, I can't even pronounce that word, but y'all know what it is. Album Shoot for the Stars and Aim for the Moon, which he executive produced, and was notably left off the album of the year and best rap album categories at the 2021 Grammys. Let me see. Tyler, the Creator, we all know his history with the Grammys. I think he didn't win a Grammy until let's see. But anyway, I'm going to go down. So let me skip over Tyler and go to Eminem. Eminem, the 15-time Grammy-winning MC, talked to Swayze Calloway in 2018 about how the Grammys suck the blood out of artists by requesting their attendance to the award show, and they don't win at all. They always pitching this hint that you might win an album of the year, which used to be a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal now, Eminem said. He later reflected on Norah Jones winning the album of the year, Come Away With Me in 2003, Grammy over the Eminem Show, and Steely Dan winning the same category with Two Against Nature over the Marshall Mathers LP 2 years prior. So he's been boycotting the Grammys ever since. Let me get down.
And Come Home to Me was not better than Eminem Show.
Not better than Eminem.
Hey, Norah Jones fired though.
Yeah, definitely.
Fire, but it wasn't better than Eminem Show.
Right. and
he has a song called White America where he talks about that. Continue.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you good. As I said, I'm just making a point here. So I'm going down all these artists. What I'm trying to find is the year that To Pimp a Butterfly lost. So that's what I'm trying to find the article, because I know it's in here, but I cannot find it. Because
no matter what year it was, that shit shouldn't have left.
Right, that's
the point of this shit is the Grammys used to mean something to artists, man.
Mm-hmm.
It used to mean something to the fans, but that shit antiquated now, man. They ain't evolving with the time, man.
Right.
Like media is different, right. Music is different. Like they got to change that shit up somehow, or they just ain't nobody gonna fuck with it.
Right. Like I said, it's a travesty, man, because we've literally seen, like I said, To Pimp a Butterfly lose. We saw, was it Macklemore who won the? That was Macklemore. What did he beat? Yeah. Was it Dan?
He beat Kendrick, I think.
It was Kendrick. It was Good Kid, Mad City, actually.
I don't remember which album. Let me see. Let me look. He shouldn't have beat none of them motherfuckers.
He shouldn't beat none of them.
He shouldn't have beat none of them.
Was surprised. He was surprised. He like, nah, this ain't right.
Yeah, so but the reason I went down this is because a lot of we know how the racist mind acts, right? What they'll do is they'll say that they probably didn't win because of this, or they probably didn't have the acclaim, or they would not reaching these amount of numbers. And we see that this is not happening in a vacuum. This is something that has continually happened throughout history, it's not just one genre neither. Right, not one genre. Exactly.
Right.
So they actually changing the goalposts. Like I said, we seen them put Justin Bieber album in a pop category versus R&B. Like, you know what I mean? And he was even pissed off that how do y'all even do that? You know what I mean? Let me look up this.
That was definitely an R&B album. That wasn't no pop album.
No, not at all. I'm looking up this Macklemore shit now because we got to talk about this right quick. Macklemore wins over Kendrick.
And to me, it's more so. It seems like they only kind of capitulate to artists that they know will garner them, attention for the Grammys. So, such as Beyonce. Not saying she hasn't deserved all the Grammys that she's won, but it's like they know people are going to watch these Grammys if she's on it.
That's true to a certain extent, but a lot of these motherfuckers they just go with the person they like. Taylor Swift. I mean, Grammys Taylor Swift got. Like, I know she got a lot of fans, but you know what I'm saying? It's albums that's better than her in any given year.
Yeah, right. But my point is she's bringing a different audience that's gonna watch that solely for her. That's all I'm saying. Like,
no, those facts. That's facts.
Yeah, that's all I mean by that. I'm not saying I agree with you. I'm not saying Taylor Swift ain't talented. I've heard some people tell me that she's a good singer and everything. I've never heard a Taylor Swift album.
She a dope songwriter.
Right. But I get what you're saying. Like, with Stevie Wonder, he has 25. Quincy Jones has 28. Quincy Jones been around since Frank Sinatra. I mean, he orchestrated his whole day. I mean, he's the reason why Frank Sinatra is where he's at. He's rest in peace to him. But I think there's certain artists where they know, like, we're not gonna keep these people from here because they make this timeless ass music, and we know we got to bring these people in because these are the ones that's gonna keep get some more attention for our Grammys award show. And I think they do that a lot. Jay-Z is another person where even though he's been screwed in certain ways too, but they don't really knock him from getting his Grammys. Like you said, DMX, that was a prime person that they wasn't gonna give no awards to because of his demeanor, how he is.
Yeah.
They're fearful of letting him on the show. He might do something. Eminem was a prime example of that. He was so, he was here and there. They didn't know what he was going to say or do. He was kind of political.
No, that makes sense from a television perspective, but you lose credibility as an organization. When
no doubt.
The Grammys,
and
y'all supposed to be giving out the best album, the best artist, all this shit, and the fans don't feel like it.
Well, they've been losing credibility, but my point is they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because if they did, they would have repaired this a long time ago. But they're still continuously doing what they're doing, and I think it might change. Because I read and I'll let you go in a second. I was reading something about Isaac Hayes III. He said, and this is just his interpretation. He said black artists wanting to boycott the Grammys would have never survived the civil rights era. He said Smokey Robinson has, and I'm gonna show you highlight the part I wanted to bring up. He said Smokey Robinson has 1 Grammy award. Isaac Hayes has 3 Grammy awards. James Brown has 3. He said if you want the Grammys to make music that is so good, the world stops because your music has consumed the souls of everyone who hears it. He said, plus Grammys have more to do with the voting members and how that process is structured. He said, there's black leadership at the helm of the Grammy Academy for the first time. And he said, give them time to deliver on promises made. So I think that what he's trying to more so focus on is, okay, we do have some black people in these spaces now. So let's see what takes place as a result of them. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be something that's going to work, because again, I think that, it might still continue the way that it has been. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing that there are other people who were directly affected by it, like his father, and I know he was in the music game for a while too. Yeah. And just showcases. I mean, it's fucking blasphemous that James Brown has 1. I mean, 3. I mean, he should. He's voted as the hardest working man in soul, and he should absolutely have more than 3. You know, just based off of what he did for music.
Hold on a second before you continue, Blaze, because here's the thing. And I hear everything that Isaac Hayes Jr. is saying, but it's literally been black people on the Grammys voting board for like the last 6-7 years. So I don't think that's going to change anything at all. We can, 6-7 years is more than enough time to create a culture around changing that and changing people's attitudes towards hip hop. And this is in 2014. Now, this is what the year Macklemore won. Listen to the albums that he beat out. I don't know when the last time y'all heard I Want to Pop Some Cash or whatever that bullshit ass single he had was. But he beat out Drake's Nothing Was the Same, Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, and Yeezus. Those were the albums that he beat out.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Those are the albums that he beat out.
Throw the Grammys in the garbage.
That's what I'm saying. Throw them in the garbage.
Never, dog.
Like that's what I'm saying. So like I said, with these voting committees, that's why I'm with Dame Dash and with Jay Prince as far as creating an alternative. Some like literally every time these white infrastructures don't want to recognize our culture, we do something to counteract it. I think that should be a thing that's done every year because we actually had some success with this in 2016 when we had the Oscar So White. Do y'all remember that controversy, the Oscar So White controversy?
Yeah.
And in 2017, that was the year we had the whole Moonlight situation where they tried to give it to La La Land, and then it was it was actually Moonlight.
No, they overcorrected though. They just nominated all black people, like they thought that was gonna fix it.
Which you talking about the Oscars the following year? Oh yeah. No, that's not even what I'm talking about. I just wanted to make sure that y'all remember the Oscar So White because for us to counteract the Oscar So White thing, what happened was Russell Simmons got with all the black elites in Hollywood and they did an all deaf digital movie award show, which Snoop Dogg was in attendance, Ice Cube, because it was a big Ice Cube had a big to do with saying that he felt like Straight Outta Compton should have been nominated for an Oscar, which I mean it was a phenomenal movie. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but that movie,
it was fun.
Yeah, so I definitely think it should have been at least nominated if it didn't win anything. But yeah, so in lieu of that controversy, and it was a success. They streamed it online. I tuned into the all deaf digital. It was a real dope award show ceremony. You know what I mean? So I think if Jay Prince puts this together and they run that play and actually have a performance to offset the Grammys, I think it'd be dope to see. And I really hope that they actually execute. And I hope Kanye West don't show up to the Grammys because he was supposed to perform there before they told him he couldn't come.
Hey, yeah, but what's crazy is like Ye was gonna win some Grammys. Like for y'all to say he can't, and I understand though because Ye been wilding, like that nigga been tripping. Mm-hmm. But for y'all to say he can't perform, and like that's crazy.
Well, you know,
but you don't never know what that nigga gonna get up there and do though. He might get up there and show his ass. So I understand.
Right, but that's the whole point. That's exactly why they don't let those types of artists on there. That's my whole issue. Yeah. Like it's always been like that. Like you know, like they know certain people that are just they're not gonna bring that much attention.
But I'm saying they selective about that shit though. Because I don't know that probably wasn't the Grammys though. Because what was that where Madonna was kissing bitches on stage? What was that might have been MTV.
Man.
It might have been.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm saying though, they be selective MTV, about it though.
But you're right. Of course.
But the Grammys will let Madonna get on there and do whatever the fuck she wants to do now.
But I don't even subscribe to that though, because honestly, if you look at Kanye West's relationship with the Grammys, he's one, like I said, he has the most Grammys. He ain't never wild out at the Grammys. So I don't think that he would even get up there and embarrass himself.
That wasn't the Grammys when he took the mic from Taylor Swift?
No, that wasn't. That was the MTV Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so. But what were we saying now?
Hey, MTV was lit.
That was where Lil' Kim came out with that pasty too.
Even MTV was but before they were lit, they were a problem too. They were only showing Prince and Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. If you was black, have a good one. Go take your ass to BET, right? So, prime example is Rick James. Rick James was the man. I mean, in some ways, he was way more the man before Prince was. Rick James was actually the reason why Prince was started on tour because Rolling Stones kicked him off of the tour because they felt like he wasn't bringing any attention. And so Rick James was pissed about that. And he was like, well, bring him on my tour. And they killed that shit. And then what happened is him and Prince started having rifts because now Prince is starting to get more attention. And then Rick James was having a problem with that. But it was
Rick
because
James,
of bitch. Right. And it was because of Rolling Stone kicking him off their tour. But so that's always been a thing. You know what I'm saying? And he had a direct problem with MTV because they wouldn't play any of his shit because he was very controversial. You know, so it's always been there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. That's the issue. And I think that we should go a step further and it should just be fuck the Grammys as a whole and just do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Create your own, you know, sadly, you know, but this is what we've always had to do when we don't get in the door, right? And I mean, we are in there, but it's still selective with how you're going to do it. At least be able to have a show or something that's going to showcase or give flowers to the artists that make amazing music. Because I think it should be towards amazing, you know, like, man, I can't put this shit down, you know, that kind of stuff. Get back to quality music, and then you can still showcase love to new artists or whatever, or a different type of genre, or however they, you got the pop, you got the, rock, rap now, you got these, Lil Uzis and all these other different types of genres that kind of, went into something else.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with recognizing those people, but also the artists that always are kind of missed or lost in the sauce because they're not making, music for the masses, and I think that's the sad part, because a lot of these artists, they lose their, their way of life, sometimes, when they don't get recognized for the great music that they make.
You gotta recognize the art first and foremost. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of this shit, you like, even though it might not be something that we listen to, like it's some dope music out there.
Right.
But at the same time, like these motherfuckers got a backing. They got millions and millions of people that's going out there and buying this music. So y'all gotta respect that shit, even if they don't listen to it. Like y'all gotta give these people they love to get it, because a lot of people just not nominated should be nominated.
Right.
Right.
And I had a question for y'all to kind of piggyback off this conversation. It speaks to these racist institutions. Do y'all think us trying to get inside of them and affect change is even worth it? Because like I said, it's been like what's his name? Is it Ninth Wonder or No ID? One of them. It's either Ninth Wonder or No ID. And we know how prominent they are in hip hop. Whichever one of those I'm thinking of, they're actually on. Huh?
Ninth Wonder.
It's on the Grammy board.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I was speaking to. So Ninth Wonder is on the Grammy board, and we know how prominent they are in hip hop. And if he can't get affect change inside these institutions, is it even worth it for us to integrate inside these institutions, or do we just need to create our own?
But I'm saying, is he there as a real voice?
He's on. Yes, he's on the voting. He's on the voting committee, and he's been there for years.
But I'm saying though, is he just there to have a African American on the vote, or diversity on the committee, or do he have a voice? Can he make? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not there, so I can't really speak to that. But I think but the
but
question I was proposing
was.
Go ahead. You good?
I was gonna say, but that's a great point right there, because he could be all about it, but if he's the only one, and it's some other black people that's on that board, and they're like, just chill out with that one.
Right.
So after a while, you start getting drained. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's what's going on. Like you said, we're not there. But or should we have a little bit of both? Do we need more Ninth Wonders on that board? Can he maybe bring some people in of his caliber and say, hey, let's get some more people in here that are kind of the ilk of myself, and while at the same time, to your point, Jerome, have our own awards show, have your own, if you want to do BET and all that, that's fine. But have something that really recognizes these artists, because again, we don't have enough of that. There's been we can just talk about our music in a nutshell about just be alone. All the artists from the 90s or whatever who just been overlooked, who made great albums and things like that. We've had that countless times. So I think that's where we can showcase and say, hey, we recognize you, bro. We know that these academies won't, and whatever to them, that's fine. But we know you went platinum in our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Your music changed me, or whatever, however you want to do that. Yeah. I think that's really where we can shine, and without, like you said, really needing the academy for that stuff until we actually get some representation in there, or just more than Ninth Wonder, for example. Of course, I'm pretty sure there's somebody else in here, but to your point, we definitely need more of that representation. Otherwise, you might get into that room where you feeling that pressure, and you're like, you know what, let me just be quiet.
Yeah. Ron, how you think it can be fixed? Like, is it a resolution? Is it can we solve this?
Well, I think it's two. I think it's a few things that can be done. First of all, we gotta wait for these old ass racist hunkies to die off, and talk and
them old racist hunkies got young racist kids.
Right, that's what I was just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth.
And nepotism is real.
You took the words out of my mouth. But what I was about to say is wait for them to die off and kind of persuade their children. You know what I'm saying? Because they softer. They're not as hard. They're not as hard. You know what I'm saying? We got to educate them and persuade them. So that's one. Also, I think creating our own platform is key. But the thing about creating our own platform, we all know how the ideology of the black mind thinks in America. So we got to kind of stop the house nigga them and the cooning, because we don't ever hold our own. We don't, like I said, we talk about this all the time about black owned businesses, how people don't want to support black owned business because they might have to wait a little longer for shipping or versus a white thing. But like I said, if NBA.com takes 6 months to ship our bucks,
you're fine with it.
We're fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers think white ice is colder. You know what I'm saying? But if a black but if a black company takes 2 extra weeks to ship your something that they printing themselves out of their crib, you know what I'm saying? Then we looking at them like, oh, these niggas done, bro, I can't stand that company because my shirt didn't come on time. You know what I'm saying? We literally waited 6 months for our Bucks t-shirts from when they won the championship.
Yeah,
them shorts took forever.
That's what I'm saying. And
all
of us complain, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was upset about it. But like I said, the most black people, when they order something, like they'll be upset. Like, oh, my shit, that shit took 3-4 weeks to get to me. Like
that's why I don't fuck with niggas. That shit took. Look at this shit.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's
exactly.
That's the first thing you say if it's
right. So we definitely definitely have to do some work on ourselves in our own community. That's conversation for us. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to do that work ourselves as well. But I think creating our own platform, because I don't see nobody with a trophy shelf with the Soul Train Award on top of it and the Grammy at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at, they're gonna have that Grammy up at the top. That's why when niggas like Kanye and Jay-Z come on along and Drake drinking out the Grammy cup, pissing on this shit like that shit is gangster to me. Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all showing how much y'all don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all the biggest artists in our genre, and I don't even think a lot of people look at it like that. They counting the Grammys they got, and these niggas is pissing on them. You know what I'm saying? So,
but Ron, how do you feel about, like, I feel like like the heads of the culture, they all need to come together as a collective and do it, because they don't all come together and do. You know what I mean? I feel like if they all came together, they could move mountains.
And that's why. But go ahead, my bad.
I mean, I think it's roadblocks for that shit, like, because I done heard a lot of artists talking about why we don't start our own distribution company, why we don't start our own record label. Like they got enough money to do it, so it got to be a reason that the shit ain't happening.
What?
There's roadblocks in place.
I mean, absolutely, bro. But I mean, you talking about Jay-Z, Diddy, Kanye, you know what I mean? Just those names right there. Hey, we ain't doing the Grammys no more.
Well, they, like I said, I just pointed out that all of them, all of the biggest
artists, you know what I mean?
Trey, I just pointed out that all the biggest artists have been boycotting the Grammys. Like Jay-Z.
I know that.
He's
but I'm
talking about an academy. He's talking about
creating an academy. Okay. My bad. I missed that. My bad. Okay.
Yeah,
so
like Jay-Z talked about this, and it wasn't necessarily the Academy Awards, but he was talking about, I think this was around the time Jim Jones and them, or Dipset, was talking crazy to Jay-Z. And he said, let me not say Dipset. I don't remember what group it was, but it was some people that was coming at Jay. It might have been 50 at one point. And this is I think this is around the time of the Kanye 50 thing that was going on with the Before I Self-Destruct and Graduation. But it was something to the effect of Jay-Z was on Breakfast Club or one of those radio shows, and they were talking about coming at Jay-Z, and Jay-Z said, well, we need to have some kind of committee or something to where I'm not even where I'm not even like a person that you could say something to. You know, like he said, we got to have something at this point where, like, we got to be off limits with certain things. And I think to that point, it needs to be like that with some sort of academy or group. Not saying Jay-Z and Diddy and Drake got to get up there and be the judges, but there, you know, create some kind of academy through your labels or through the music experts or musicians, or, you know, you got an R&B, judge or something like that. I think people that actually know music, and like Robert Glasper or something for composing, or, you know, things like that, where you have real musicians that really do this stuff and really know music, and have them be a part of this voting organization or situation, and then create your own academy around that for albums that come out throughout the year and all those kind of things. Because like you said, they have the capital to do it. It just might be the access to certain things. You know, James Brown was, again, I'll bring him up again. He created his own label. He created his own radio stations. And what he would do is as soon as he would make his music, they would cut that. I'm not going into music lingo, because I definitely don't know it. They would cut the tracks, put his stuff on his LPs. He would mix that stuff, put it on his own radio stations, and then move his music himself, because he knew these other places, they weren't going to play his music. So he took his own initiative to do it on his own. And I'm not saying artists aren't doing that to this day, but to something of that level, that's what you're going to have to do, because we've always been going through this for forever. And now that music has changed to where you can't necessarily go diamond and all this other kind of stuff unless you maybe have a single that people just really resonate with. You know, it's a little bit difficult, and it might be changing because, you know, I just saw recently Cardi B's one of her albums, every song is platinum or something like that, because you know the streaming world that we're in now. So things may be changing, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, somebody went 3 million in a week. You know what I mean?
Hey, how crazy is that though? That every song on your album is platinum.
That's insanity.
That's crazy
That's
shit.
Yeah, that means she got.
So,
but the women artists have been killing it lately, so we definitely got to shout them out because they have been killing it, all of them.
And they have that support. You know, they're having that support from you know, their counterparts, from their ladies. You know, that buy that music and go get it. So. You know, I think that's what we have to focus on, that type of backing, and create some kind of academy, of course, through Jay-Z and other smart, you know, I don't know, Rick Rubin, whoever you want to have on there, you know, Russell Simmons, whatever, you know, just great music, people that have been in it and know that culture and actually can speak to it and help out and bring people together so they can build a Snoop Dogg, you know, he's another one that should be a part of that. You know, so that's kind of my idea behind that. And I think that's where we should go going forward, because again, you know, I think a lot of times what we're doing with these Grammys is we're looking for acceptance, and again, we're not going to get that. We're never going to get that type of it. To your point, Jerome, maybe when some people die out and when we start cornering their children and talking to them and getting them to open up and understand the reality of where we really live and how we need to get past those things. But until then, I mean, I really think we should just, like you said, create our own thing and focus on that. And then that recognition is going to come. You know how that goes. It's just like when you got that girl that you really like, and then you giving her all this attention, and as soon as you stop, then she might turn up like, oh, like, why you stop talking to me? You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden now you kind of like me. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what will happen if they created their own. The Grammy's going to come. Academy Awards, they're going to come. Like, well, maybe you could at least. Can we do a collab? Can you just at least perform and bring your artists up? You know what I mean?
And Rom, that's what I was saying. Like, because
I get it now. My bad, bro. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I get it.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah, you read down their individual. You know what I mean? Individually, they boycotted. But I'm talking about where they come together. Hey, they sitting in the room. We finna send out these emails, these text messages to all the biggest artists in our culture. You know what I mean? And when you're talking about nobody going there, nobody performing, all of that, to where the Grammys is just one big white episode on TV, bro. That's gonna move some shit. Like it has to. You know what I mean? Like it just has. That's what I was really
and
kind of what the Kendall was saying. You know what I mean?
Hey, but real talk, I don't even know who watched the Grammys. I ain't watched that shit in years.
I don't think I watched the Grammys since I was a kid.
It's still being watched.
Yeah,
but you're right.
By who though?
We don't watch it, but we don't watch it because we know.
That's what I'm saying though. They might be catering to their audience though, because we ain't watching that shit.
They absolutely are.
One thing I did want to point out too, because y'all kept talking about us creating our own committee, and that's what I think what Jay Prince tweeted out was so poignant about having a performance, you know, a show to counteract that. I just like I said, I just hope it's not a one-off. I hope this is something that they continue to do, or form another committee or award ceremony, like y'all said. That shit would be extremely dope to see.
I mean, it's a lot to get done on short notice, but they could do it.
Yeah.
If this happened, it's gonna squash the Grammys, and
man,
it definitely
change
something.
Bro, we talking about
it's gonna have an effect.
We talking about Jay Prince and Kanye West. Like, fam, you seen how fast they put together that free Larry Hoover show. You know what I'm saying? We see how Kanye West do with his live stream. So if he put that together, bro, that'll be. I'm pretty sure they can move the needle like real quick in a hurry. Like get some parts moving. That's what I meant to say. So
yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I definitely hope this is something that I hope this is something that we can continue to see moving forward, and because I'm like I said, I'm sick and tired of looking for acceptance. Y'all know me, I build my own. I'm about building our own, so I'm not never looking for acceptance. We can bring people in on it or whatnot, different diverse people and whatnot for whatever platform we building. But my heart always lies with our community, and I'm always trying to support, build, and tell stories from our community. So I think these people with bigger pool can do this exact same thing and still get the same support. We just gonna have to, as Black people, gonna have to support it, because I don't want those negative what's it called. Y'all know what I'm looking for. God, I'm drawing a blank right now. But the stigmatism that comes with having a Black-owned business or something that's created exclusively for Blacks. You know what I mean?
Right. But that's just, like you said, it's the mentality that we have to change as us, and that's takes time because again, everything was solo, number one in this. I gotta be the one to get everybody out the hood. I gotta be the one to do this. I gotta be the best at this. I gotta be number one. So I think that's starting to change. You see people like LeBron James, who changed the narrative. Yeah, I'm number one, but I brought my people with me. I want to make sure that they're taken care of as well. So I think more of that mentality as we go forward. I think this will help kind of weed out the foolishness and disliking of our own businesses and things like that, or basically poo-pooing it whenever you see something that goes wrong. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, listen, bro, I really, really, really appreciated all y'all's input and all y'all perspectives. Like I said, this even when we don't agree, man, I just like building with my brothers and getting y'all ideology because, like I said, there's some things that our brains miss sometimes. So, we got to hear different perspectives and different ideas about stuff, even when we disagree. I don't know if y'all had anything else to add, or was y'all good?
No. No, I wanted to do my Black excellence.
Hey, Trey, why you make little homie go upstairs? I seen him running the back there.
The dog.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, listen, he smells so bad, bro. Listen, I almost threw up.
Did he fart? Did he fart, Trey?
No, bro, he needed a bath. Listen, I got on the laptop and sent the text message. When I'm done, he needs to be washed. He smelled horrible, bro. He sitting here he was chilling too, though. I'm like, nah, bro.
Hey, Trey,
throw up all on you.
Hey, Trey, I guess I can say it on public platforms since they definitely saw me last week, man. Once again, bro, I really appreciate you. You hosted me last weekend, bro. I really appreciate that, fam.
Bro, absolutely,
hey,
bro. Anytime, bro. Yeah. My brother, any of y'all, bro. Y'all come this way, man. Y'all good.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. You and your woman did a phenomenal job, bro. Y'all had everything I needed. Like I was staying at a fucking suite or something, bro. I really appreciate that shit. That's what real friendship is about.
She gonna make sure you good. She gonna make sure y'all good. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, every time, bro. That's who she is.
That's love.
Yeah, she gonna make sure y'all good. Breakfast. Mm-hmm. Hey, everything, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, really appreciate it, man. Y'all, they're phenomenal. And shout out to J Mac as well, my brother. I hope you enjoyed the gumbo. Trey, I'm pretty sure you still ain't ate that gumbo I cooked in the.
No, actually, I finished it off. She saved me a little bit. She was mad at me too, but she still saved me a little bit.
Hey, thank you. Hey, listen, dog. I put my foot in that gumbo.
Listen.
Hey, I was pissed. I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Bro, right hand of God, before I got on this podcast, we was upstairs talking about that gumbo, bro. I promise you we was, dog. That shit was fire.
Hey, appreciate it, dog. When y'all come down here, I got y'all. I'm put some food on the smoker too. Yeah. Kendall, you got to pull up.
Meanwhile, I just for the first time cooked for a week straight.
Hey, you know what?
Out here. My man's out here.
Hey, salute to that, Kendall, because I got to learn how to cook.
Hey, bro. And I'm not that great at cooking, bro. Trust me. I'm all right. I'm not good a little bit.
I keep buying shit, man. I got air fryers, all type of shit. I don't use none of that
bro,
shit.
I got to buy a house, man. So that's why I said I can't keep.
But I wanted to ask y'all this though, because this was a conversation I had with somebody the other day. Like, when y'all go to somebody's house and they got like the not brand stuff, do y'all judge them? Like instead of the Heinz ketchup, they got like Spins or whatever. Like, do y'all be like, man, what the fuck is this shit?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
That's a real question. Serious.
Blaze, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It depends. Like okay, so like if you just eating like processed garbage and you putting the Spins on the on the hot dog on the armor, you know what I'm saying? That might be different. But if you cooking a meal and you using all generic shit, low key, sometimes that generic shit be a little bit better than the name brand shit, bro. Because low key, it's really all garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This the conversation I was having because I don't cook. So, I be having motherfuckers pull up and come cook for me. So
I was just going to real quick say some of the off-brand stuff usually doesn't have as much bullshit as the name brand stuff does.
Right.
So that's probably the benefit of that. But go ahead.
Hey, but I was going to come at a different angle. Sometimes we buy generic shit. Y'all niggas ain't finna come over my house and eat up my shit. It is what it is. No, go outside with the ride. No,
grab the RC Cola.
Not the Sierra Mist with the sunrise or whatever. This year miss ain't for y'all.
You went in there, got some Eaglewood.
No, that is hysterical. But to Kendall's point though, because like real talk though, but when it comes to those name brand shit, the reason the name brand shit is name brand is so popular is because they put so much sugar and salt in that shit that it's like literally feeding an addiction. It's addictive. Literally exactly. So that's the reason why you got Hunt's and Heinz and all that shit. These are the biggest brands because they got the most sodium and sugar in them. So like to Kendall's point, a lot of these off brand shit have less garbage in them. But if you eating anything processed for the most part, any store bought sauce. If you and everybody know I cook everything from scratch. That gumbo I made my roux from scratch with flour and oil. Like you know what I'm saying, and I added my own seasons, all that shit. Like I don't play around in the kitchen, so like I'm low key. I'm thinking about starting a cooking channel, and because that might really get us.
I need my parts on that. I've been told you that.
Yeah. So, look, Blaze asked one producer credits for my YouTube channel.
I've been.
I'll fly there and shoot it right with that.
But for real though, but
I'll be the taste tester. I ain't doing that.
I just wanted to throw that out there, and I really wish Americans would get back to making more of their own food and stop eating so much of this garbage because like low key everything is garbage because even the food. Like I was speaking to somebody the other day talking about watermelons. When was the last time you went to a major chain restaurant, a major chain grocery store, bought a watermelon from the grocery store and it had actual seeds in it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they seedless. I don't like watermelon, but I know I be seeing seedless.
I don't really like it either. But the thing about it is the reason it's seedless is because it's a GMO. They've genetically modified it to take the seeds out, so you can't go in your backyard and throw the seeds in the dirt and get a watermelon seed.
Yeah. So you got to get it from them. Oh, that them niggas
smart as hell. Well, hey, bro. all the Cracker Jacks care about is capitalism, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with like y'all.
Y'all ain't finna grow y'all own.
Y'all be reading this stuff talking about it has antioxidants in it. No, I got anti bullshit in it because that's what the fuck is in that shit. Like, hey,
real talk. And a lot of times that stuff they put in it so it can sit on the shelves as long as it needs to.
Mm-hmm. And Laquan,
real quick,
hold on before you go.
Just said,
go ahead.
You talk about Laquan. Listen, y'all can do a cook-off, a gumbo cook-off. Listen, you gotta. Let me tell you what you gotta bring be Jerome gumbo. If you ain't topping it off with like a sprinkle of like cocaine or something, dog. Hey, that's what he did. Hey, Salt Bay. It was like cocaine, dog. Wrong said.
Hey, dog. And I did that when I was at J-Mac crib because I was cutting the little scallions up, right? And I looked at J-Mac. I said, my bad, bro. I forgot to Salt Bay you. And I went over there and sprinkled some scallions on his gun.
You gotta, bro. Listen, it was cocaine. It wasn't no scallions. It was cocaine. Bro.
Hey, man. But listen.
He get it from Colombia.
Hey, listen, listeners, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, as of all week, we'll be back this week with the Thursday show. The reason I didn't do a Thursday show last week is because first of all, I was unpacking because I've been kicking it hard all month, so I had to unpack.
You been turned up,
bro. I've been turned, bro. I listen, bro. I had to unpack. Yeah. I had to get because I took all this podcast equipment with me to Nebraska, so I had to get this laid back out. Then on top of that, my homeboy wanted to invite me to a comedy show, which is I think his name is John Mulaney or whatever. He used to write on SNL. Dude, it was hysterical.
John Mulaney?
Yeah, dude. Listen, fam. I'm talking about Chappelle. Bro, I'm talking about Chappelle levels. No, listen. Don't cut me off, Trey. Bro, he's Chappelle levels of funny, bro. Like I'm not even capping. So if y'all
funny.
Yeah, if y'all not familiar with John Mulaney, get familiar, bro, because I mean, it got to a point I couldn't even laugh no more. Dude was absolutely hysterical. Go ahead, Trey.
But let's be real though. Your friend that y'all went with, it's a need, correct? Mm-hmm. Was that a need? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he watches, but he really would have told y'all no. He let me know. He said I was so fucked up when they asked. I'm like happy as hell. I'm like hell yeah, I go.
Hey dog.
Ron was destroyed.
Hey bro, I responded to that whole. They was like, hey Jerome, we got an extra ticket to the John Mulaney show. You want to go? I'm like, yeah, I go, bro. Listen, the whole time I don't remember responding to that text message. Yeah. I was drunk as fuck.
Hey, because that's what you want to do after you've been partying for 7 days straight.
Right. You want to go and not be able to rest.
Hard again,
exactly. Yeah. But listen, phenomenal time, dog. I appreciate all my friends. Even though y'all ain't telling me happy birthday all month, I still kicked it. And I'm still
happy birthday, Kendall.
And on God, I'm jealous of Kendall. Happy birthday all month, dog.
I told you.
Hey, man, edibles on me, man.
Hey.
Send the cash app, bro.
Oh God, I'm about to send the cash app right now.
You got a family and kids, bro. I gotta take what I can get.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Hey, listen, you know I love you, bro. I'm just joking.
He got breakfast and bed, all type of shit. Fuck that nigga.
I wish I have a day.
Yeah, but man, let's get up out of here, bro. We've been chopping it up, and I know Kendall got some things he need to get to. But listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, like, subscribe, share this podcast with FOMO people because we're trying to get it on and popping.
Be clear.
Be clear. Drink, be clear. Drink.
Hold on. Wrong.
Send that promo code.
Oh, he had the Black Excellence too.
I had a Black Excellence.
Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah. So I wanted to give Black Excellence to Jerome Williams. Now I was recently on the phone with Jerome Williams, and he seemed a little flustered. He was opening up some mail. Jerome was receiving a child support check. In our community, that's just something that we don't see a lot.
You get a check.
A father receiving a child support check.
Hey, no, that's excellent.
It was a little tear that came down, Blake. It was a little tear that came down. I said, man.
Hey, salute to you, bro.
Listen. I told him, I said, you're doing so good in life.
I want each and every.
Salute to you, man.
I want each and every last one of my friends to go to hell, by the way. But listen,
I pray
y'all stupid, dog.
Man, you are.
Stupid, Kevin's got to get it.
I really hate y'all, dog. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, subscribe. Appreciate the Black Excellence.
Hey, go get the merch.
Go get the merch. It's in the description of this podcast. You gotta hold it up. You gotta hold it up just a little bit higher, Blaze. The banner is cutting you off.
Can we see that?
Let me see. Say something.
Yep,
there we go. Right there. So we got the merch out there. Like I said, it's at nolabelmerch.com. NOLABEL merch.com. It's in the description.
Get your feel it shirt.
Yeah, get your feel it. So but yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We will see y'all on Thursday with another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. Peace.